Welcome back, csc230, for part 3 of our ex1 lists and links. I thought it would only be 2 parts, but it's going a little long here, but that's okay. I'm trying to give as much background as I can. And what we did here is we just started putting our content in our HTML page. We put in one list item, and we also linked it. And I did that first instead of making the whole list first, so that we can copy all the aref, because there's a little more detail there. We have to put in aref equals, we have target and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this whole line. I'll do Command C or Control C, and I'll hit return here. Make sure you don't have it highlighted. I'll hit return here and I'll paste it. And what I'll do here, obviously I'm going to have to change the link, and I'm going to change the show. I watched another show called Bloodline. It wasn't that good, but I'll throw that in there just because I've been watching it. And I'll just go find a link for it. And I could use all the Wikipedia stuff. I'll put show so it knows I'm talking about a show. And there's Wikipedia. And I'll just copy that, copy the URL. I'll go back here into my code, and right in between, make sure you do it in between the quotes, you paste the whole URL there. And now I have the show and I have the link change. You could leave the target equals blank. That's all I need there. I don't even really need to look at it. And I'll copy the whole thing again, do Command C, and just remember, click off it first and then hit return, and I'll paste, and I'll throw in another show called Mindhunter, which was pretty interesting. And I'll just go up and look it up here, Mindhunter. There it is. I'll use Wikipedia again, and I'll just highlight it and copy the URL and go back and paste the URL. And also double check these, make sure if they look exactly the same. I know they look similar because they're all from Wikipedia, but make sure this one's Vikings, this one's Bloodline, this one's Mindhunter, or whatever you're using. And remember, you don't have to use shows, you could use other stuff, just so you have a numbered list. And make sure the text says Vikings, the text says Bloodline, etc. And also make sure that your closing A tag is after the text. That you have an opening tag, your opening A tag with the ref attribute, and then the value is the URL, and target is the attribute, and then the value is blank, and then there's just text in between, and then it has to close up with that line. So I have three things here: Vikings, Bloodline, Mindhunter, and they're all linked. And if I click on this one, you can see it opens up that, and I close it and it goes back to my page. So that's all I need as far as links right now. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just make another list. This will be after the ordered list. I'm going to make another paragraph here. You could start off the paragraph like that, and I'm just going to put some things I miss about summer. And they could be anything that you miss about summer. And I'm going to hit return here, and then I'm going to make a unordered list, which would be a UL, because it's not ordered, it's just a bullet list. So I'm going to put that in there. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter, and then inside there I'm going to put an LI, and I'm going to put the smell of cut grass. And then once you do one, that way you don't have to do the tags over. You could just copy the whole line item, and I'll put another one, other things I like to do in the summer that I can't do in the winter. And I'll throw one more on there. You could throw as many as you want, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure you could come up with a lot of things you miss about the summer. So I just put 4 things there right now. And I have my paragraph that kind of sets that off. Now let's just see what it looks like right now. So some things I miss about summer. Now it's not showing up. So let me save it in case I mess something up here. I'll just do a file save. I'll save it, and I'll go here and I'll just refresh. There it is. So if you ever have an issue, make sure you refresh it and go look at it again. So that's actually what I want right now. This is just kind of pure HTML. Image, H1, paragraph, ordered list, paragraph, unordered list, and then just a copy right at the end. And everything we do from here on out but for now, this is really all that you have to do for EX1. EX2, we're going to start working on the CSS. And we'll probably do some more HTML. We'll put an image on the page, and we'll kind of lay out the page more. But this is just kind of raw HTML right now. And again, just to review a couple of things, we kind of set up our structure it's all in this main kind of area. We just basically did an H1, which is our headline. We did 2 paragraphs, one here, and some things I miss about summer. And then we put 2 lists, an ordered list with three line items. And we also linked them with blank targets _ blank, so that it opens up in a new window or a new tab. And then we just made regular text line items down here for an unordered list that just has bullets. and we already had our footer down here. So that's all we have right now, and that's just our raw HTML, and that's fine for EX1. I know it's not very exciting, but it's just kind of getting started as we build up and do some more CSS with our layouts. So that's EX1, and that's the end of part 3. And then for EX2, we're going to start working on our CSS.